Hi, Sagittarius, for the monthly reading for February for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this will not resonate for every single Sagittarius out there. All right, you guys, let's see what is happening for my Sagittariuses for the month of February. So we have the High Priestess, the Magician, the Five of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Knight of Swords, King of Swords, and then the Eight of Swords. So Sagittarius, for the month of February, I'm kind of already getting that a lot of you guys are going to be kind of in a state of confusion. So there's a part of you guys that know you want to do something, like you want to create whatever this is, okay? Whatever it is that you want to create, for some of you guys, you're not seeing a solution to it. And it feels like no matter how much you focus on it, it feels like it's just going down the drain. Like you're not getting where you want to go, almost like you just really feel stuck. Every time and for some of you guys, it almost feels like you try, and it feels like this has been kind of going on for a while here, Sag. It feels like every time you try something different to approach whatever this is, it doesn't seem to work out. And for a lot of you, you are willing to cooperate with others. You're willing to kind of get other people's feedback in order to try and solve whatever this is for you. But it feels like you don't ever get the feedback you want. It also seems like people aren't really willing to work with you, but you are. So it's like you're open to it, but I feel like this really good sense of frustration from the people that you're around, because it feels like you're trying to level up, but nobody really wants to help you or seems to give you what it is that you need. So when you ask people for advice, it's not the advice that you know is good for you or the advice that you want. So it seems like you guys are going outwards and asking people, and then people will tell you something, and then it's like it doesn't either resonate with you or it just doesn't work. Or, so it feels like there's something going on with the people that you're around. I feel like a lot of you guys, you're trying to break free from something. You want to release yourself from feeling so stuck. The issue that you have here is you question your own insight. So I feel like a lot of you guys, you'll sit down, for instance, and be like, okay, how can I make this relationship with my husband work, for example, right? This is just an example. And you do everything you can to work something out with your husband or your significant other, and it never seems to work out. So you go to other people and you ask these other friends or family members for advice. And every time that they would give you advice, you either get left feeling more confused with the information that they give you, which causes further confusion and causes further more self-doubt, or you talk to people, you feel like it doesn't resonate, so you just don't use the advice, but you still feel like you need some form of acknowledgement, right? So maybe you go to people and you talk to them because it eases your mind in a way. But I feel like you're getting strayed away from what you really want or what's really happening. Because maybe for some of you guys, instead of just stopping and realizing, maybe I just need to take a few steps back, figure out what's the original problem. Think about all the ways that I've done to sabotage or try to fix the problem. See if the problem really even needs to be fixed. Because I'm getting, for some of you guys, for this month of February, there's a problem that you have that you've been trying to solve, and it's been really aggravating and really annoying. And the more you try to the more you try to get over it or you try to work past it, it feels like it's another roadblock. There's something else blocking. There's something that just keeps coming up. And so it causes a lot of you guys to feel frustrated thinking, okay, I need to keep fixing this. But what if the problem just needs to be accepted? What if the problem just needs to be let go of? You know, for some of you, that is the answer, is just to surrender to it. For others of you, it's just you are the only one that can figure out what's best for you. Because I feel like that's what's really keeping you guys stuck. But like in the shadow, you guys are releasing it. You will start actually improving upon whatever this is that you're trying to work towards. You will start to kind of see things change or manifest differently than what it originally was. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, it all goes with going back within, not putting so much work. Maybe you need to pull back energetically and just wait for the answers to come to you. Don't like consistently think about it over and over again. Sometimes we need to just like think about it and then let it go, right? Give it space, because I feel like you guys need that. Like protect your energy, give yourself the space, because I think that you're fighting with yourself here, Sag. And I think that you're around other people that are kind of reflecting that. Let's clarify. I think a lot of you guys, you feel so stuck because maybe you see different outcomes. I think you guys overthink this. I'm not getting very much air in this reading. I'm getting a lot of stuff. I think a lot of you guys are kind of overthinking. You're attached to the outcome emotionally. And that's what's your hang up, Sag. You're attaching emotions to what is going, like to the solution. You expect the solution to, and it's also like, I think for some of you guys, you expect it to be hard, sometimes it can come down to just something so simple like that. When you believe, because you guys keep having this blocking energy. You feel so blocked. And it keeps leaving you in pain, but it's like you stay in that pain. See, I feel like for some of you guys, this is a relationship. I feel like you guys are all over the place emotionally with this, or you're expecting... See, I'm not going to keep these cards, but I really want to go through them. You're emotionally invested into this, and that's why it's so hard for you to maybe let something go, or to let go of it has to be one way or one specific way. It's almost like you coming at this, Sag, with it has to be done this way and only this way. And if it's not, then I don't know why. Because we do that, right? Like, I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you don't even know why it has to end a specific outcome. Like you have... I don't know, it's so hard to explain this reading. It's like there's some type of outcome that you are hoping for, Sag, and you can't see how it going any other way. And if it does go any other way, you feel like it's going to be a disappointment. And so you put a lot of expectation in the end result, or just a lot of expectation into this situation, and that's what's clouding your judgment, because you're not surrendering to what the possibility of this could be. You're not surrendering to, I can trust this other individual. I think you have a lack of trust with this person or this situation. There's something here that's going to require you to have trust in yourself to know that you're going to make the right judgment call. And for everybody, it's going to be different. It might not actually be a relationship, but I am sensing that it's definitely like a relationship based, like whether it's family, friends, coworkers, how you interact with your job. But you're really holding on to this outcome, and that's what's hurting you. What's hurting you is your own belief that it's like what you think needs to occur. And that's really what I'm picking up for a lot of you guys. So for the month of February, you need to just set back and really pull your energy back from other people and really examine your beliefs about the situation. Poke holes at it. See if there's anything there that you can tell is kind of like, because I'm getting that a lot of you guys, you're in this survival state almost. Like you're hoping that this works out because it almost impedes on a need that you have. And so it's like you have all this fear and worry about how somebody else is going to react, or you have this fear and worry about it just not ending the way you're hoping. And then what would you do if this doesn't end well? So for a lot of you guys, it's just whatever this is, you're in a way kind of codependently relying on it, or you're really hoping and banking on it. There's something here that kind of just gives me this sense of this is a security for you. So for a lot of you guys, I really am picking up a relationship issue, that this person is like either a security blanket for you, but there's something here that you feel like no matter how many times you've tried to work it out, it just causes you more pain, and you hold on to that pain, and then you identify with that pain. And so now that pain is a part of you, and it's like you're needing to learn to let it go, but it feels like you're letting go of a piece of yourself because you're identifying with what this person said or did, or you're identifying with the situation. And I mean, we all do that when we get caught up in the story that we tell ourselves, and it just keeps perpetuating. And that's what I'm really getting here. So we got perfection, and we have insecurities, and then we have expansion. Yeah, I was thinking that you guys really needed to give yourself time to expand, because it's like, give it space, give it time. I think a lot of you guys want everything to be perfect. That's what I kept sensing with that. Whatever the end goal was for this connection or this goal, it's like you want it to be a specific way. You want it to go however it is that's in your mind. And unfortunately, the world doesn't always work like that. So we have to really learn to adjust to other people's behaviors. We have to learn to adjust to our environments, to who we are, and we need to learn to set boundaries. And I think for a lot of you guys, you're hoping it's going to go one way, but holding on to that is what's keeping you from really moving forward, or really letting go, or even getting the answer that you're seeking. And it's all based off of insecurities, feeling like you are not enough, that you can't give to whatever this is, the right thing that you want or need, but you're coming at it from, I have to have this, I have to have this. And that is what's pushing you further away from it, because the universe is saying, oh, you have to have this, which means we don't have it, so you're going to have to keep having it. So like a part of you feels like you're just never getting what it is that you really need. And I feel like that's what's lacking, is the sense of security, feeling like you need something. Because insecurity is when you do not feel secure, you don't feel grounded, you don't feel safe. There's some type of vulnerability about feeling insecure. So I feel like a lot of you guys try to hide that, or you downplay it. But you need to learn to open up and really expand and let things go and just have a sense of gratitude. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, you really need to know that gratitude leads to abundance. Because when you give space and you become grateful for the things that you have, that's when you're going to start really seeing things differently. So if you have running water, be grateful for that, because not very many people have that. Start kind of making a list of all the things that you have, Sagittarius, that you are grateful for, and that's just going to bring you further abundance. Because I feel like you're around people, or you've been around people who always complain about the lack of things or how things need to be one way, and you need to learn to let go of that, because that's not what's going to keep you guys feeling happy or secure. You need, so learning to let that go is really going to help you guys, because when you realize that you have everything that you need and anything else that comes into your life is just icing on the cake, it makes it better. So coming at life from I feel like I might lose my sense of security because I feel like my self-worth is tied up in this connection or in this situation. How can I first off detangle myself from realizing that I do not, whatever people are saying or doing about me is not me. How somebody views me doesn't mean that that's really who I am. That's just a perspective that this person is viewing me through. So when you realize that it's okay to be who you are, and it's okay to let people view you or see you however they choose, because you can't change how other people see you, but you can change how you approach the situation, you will eventually learn, Sag, that just being grateful for what you have and realizing that I was alive. For instance, if you guys are attached to a connection and say this is a person and you feel like you need this person for security, just realize that you lived without this person before you met this person, and you will live after this person is gone. You will be okay. You'll be protected. And because in a way, we will always find a way to provide for ourselves. The universe really can help you in that way. So I feel like a lot of you guys are having to learn to have faith in yourself again, learning to have faith that the universe will provide for you. And this is going to be a little bit of a struggle for you guys, because it's like that fear of, do I have enough? And then having to remind yourself that you do have enough, and that no matter what outcome happens, you're going to be okay, because you trust yourself and you're secure in yourself. And I feel like that's where a lot of my Sagittarius is eventually, you need to just kind of learn to come from that place. But because you've come from a place at such a young age, I'm sure, to become insecure, it's going to take time for you to break that habit. So you got to keep, forming the habit that you're safe. Reminding yourself that you have what you need. Telling yourself that you can release the outcome of how this is going to play out. That you will always be okay. So some of you guys maybe are waiting on a message here. We have message in a bottle. Either a message or you guys are waiting for a message. I'm really getting that you are observing somebody, or somebody is kind of observing you. I think that you're dealing with a person with this situation. It feels like there's another energy here. And it feels like you're both invested emotionally. So I'm really getting a really strong connection in a sense here. But guys, I really feel like you need to learn to let go of the outcome of this connection, or you need to learn to let go of how you view this connection. Don't come at it with expectations. We have no place like home, and we have TikTok. So I feel like this time has been passing for some of you guys. This has been kind of stressful. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you either feel like you don't feel like you're at home unless you're with this person. So I feel like that's kind of another thing, is this individual maybe does, whether for some of you guys, this person's energy feels like home to you because this person makes you feel secure or safe in a way. Even if this person has hurt you time and time again, there's still a piece of you that still sees this person as safety. And so I think that's what you're craving, is that emotional support or that emotional nurturing that somehow this person can kind of provide in some way. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you really need to learn to realize that you are home. Everywhere you go should feel like home to you. And if it doesn't, then there's a part of you that is afraid to be yourself, because when you become yourself, you feel okay to be yourself everywhere you go, because you realize that only your energy is so unique, and you leave a specific imprint on people. And when you feel like home to yourself, other people will feel that way too. And so I feel like you kind of felt that way with whoever you were dealing with. This person made you feel kind of safe and secure. And that's kind of what's difficult, is I feel like communication is really lacking. And I feel like that there seems to be like a lot of unsteadiness or uncertainty. Things never seem to work out. And it's because I think a lot of you guys are holding on to the belief that you can't live without this person, or you can't live without this situation, out of a lack of insecurity, feeling like you're not enough, or feeling like you need that grounding, stable energy. And I get that sense that that's what a lot of you guys are going through right now. And if it's not like with another person, it's just like that's something that you're trying to find in yourself. Because that's kind of what we're doing when we look for people externally. We're looking for people that can fulfill parts of the self that we feel like we're lacking, the parts that we are denying. And that's why we have people that are perfect mirrors, is because they're really mirroring to us our own insecurities. Let's get the last messages here. What's coming in to my Sagittarius's life? Okay, we have signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. So your instincts are the message from the inner divine. So what kind of messages are you getting? Signs, synchronicity, signals. Some of you guys could be seeing the same numbers over and over again. Maybe you're hearing similar conversations, or you're seeing something that just keeps reflecting back to you. That's a message that you need to be paying attention. We also have outrageous openness. Dear love, open to me your will. Release me from the attachment. Surprise and delight with me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. Exactly what was I saying? Learn to let go of the outcome for this month. Really surrender and find that playfulness inside of you. Realize here, Sag, that you can surrender to the divine and that they will always provide for you. And so just imagining that you are always going to be protected. And sometimes it's like the divine knows what's more best for you than you know what's best for you. So because you want an outcome to manifest or to work itself out in one particular way, it might not be the best for you or this person. So it's like the divine can take over. And the divine works on its own time. So you need to learn to just surrender and have fun. Stop focusing on things that are stressing you out, unless it's something that you know has to get done. But if it's something that's just stressing you out that, you know, you can't either have control over, or you can let it go, or find something else to give you a sense of stability or a sense of feeling like you're in control. Because sometimes we put ourselves in our mind where we feel like we don't have a sense of control. And when we learn to step back from that and then think of things that we can enjoy and things that we can have fun with, and doing things that make us feel better instead of sitting there stressing and worrying over things that we cannot change, really does shift and change our energy, which helps things move forward more seamlessly and more simple. We also have clearing. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from from mine, to God's. Such freedom. Yeah, when you come at it from everything's going to work out, I'm going to get taken care of, this person's going to get taken care of, everything's going to be taken care of. I don't need to worry about it. I just need to know that, you know, and it's not don't do anything. It's like, oh yeah, just sit around and don't do anything. No, it's learning to surrender when you know that you don't have control, and knowing that no matter what happens, you're going to make the right decisions. You're going to make the right calls. And even if you don't, say you make a mistake, what did you learn from that, and how can you bounce back from that? Instead of focusing on the problem, focus on the solutions. Start asking yourself, okay, I have this problem. Now, how is 5 different ways can I solve this one problem? And see what your brain can do. Allow yourself to have space and keep coming back to the same problem and try and look at it from a different solution instead of adding to more problems. So we have grounded. I was thinking like a lot of you guys need to get more grounded this month in February, because I feel like you guys really could use that in order to really gain the awareness and insight that you need to change, because we have 2 root chakras here. I mean, with perfection and insecurity. So a lot of red, a lot of grounding. Eat more grounding fruits and vegetables like beets and stuff and roots. So we have many of the most evolved beings on earth are regularly folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. Yeah. So being open, being willing to receive, know that you will always be provided. It's kind of hard to get into that mindset, but we need to start making the steps towards that mindset in order for us to thrive, because you can't thrive if you're in a state of survival. And you need to learn to get out of that by knowing that you are abundant, that you will be taken care of, that no matter what happens, if you lose this person, somebody else is gonna come back around and replace them, and they're going to be better than probably what this person was. You know, you always have to look at things from, if I lose something, that means that something's going to upgrade in my life. And that's the mindset you got to come from. Oops, I lost this connection. Well, I guess it means that it's time for me to upgrade. Oh, this job didn't work out. Well, I guess the universe wanted me to upgrade. And keep looking at it like that, because you have to lose things in order for new things to come in. And so look at it, instead of what did I lose, think of what can I gain. It's a total different mindset. So that's what I have for you guys for the month of February. I hope that this helps you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.